What's up, guys? Welcome back from the MLG Studios here in New York City. I'm Axel Toss, joined by Axlab. It is Saturday, and we're currently live casting some of the WCS America. This is the very first time we're seeing action in this tournament, and it's been fantastic so far. Of course, it's a 512-person bracket, best of threes throughout, double elimination to decide who's going to get the 8 spots in the Premier Division of WCS America. And it's going to be, again, casted over the weekend and, of course, over the following week. So we're watching Gretorp versus Zenio, where Zenio is up 1-0.
He is. But if Gretorp can make it to the late game, I can tell you Gretorp is an amazing late game player. Renowned for his 22-minute timing builds and other such madness late game contraptions. Especially PvZ, Gretorp knows the power of Skytoss in that matchup late game as well. This map, Pelshare Vestige, is not the greatest map to turtle to late game. I'm curious Gretorp picked it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the 3 bases are pretty spread out on your side of the map, and then the 4th can be a little bit more easy to take than definitely the 5th. I think the 5th is definitely going to be the biggest issue on this map in PvZ. But we'll see what happens in the bottom right-hand location. We have the blue Protoss player, NASL caster, awesome guy. He is currently down 0-1. He must win 2 in a row to take down his opponent. He is Gretorp. Do you know Gretorp's full name?
Andre Hengchua.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know. Do you know how to spell Hengchua?
H-E-N-G-C-H-A.
I think that's wrong.
You do?
It's UA at the end, first of all, isn't it?
Oh.
Yo, his opponent.
I think, I don't know.
In the top left is Zenio, the Red Zerg player. From Team Liquid.
Liquid Zenio.
Oh, yeah.
I do not know his full name.
I don't know either.
But Gretorp, he's my intrepid hero. I'm cheering him on.
Dude.
I would be so
no
happy.
bias, man.
I gotta be biased.
I'm cheering on Zenio.
I've been a friend with Gretorp for like basically since I started playing StarCraft.
You know, Gretorp is such a nice guy.
He is. He's like the nicest guy.
I was actually talking to him in the lobby, and I'm like, hey, Gretorp, it looks like, and this was while the other game was going on, Dejo's game. Gretorp was waiting. I'm like, Gretorp, how about you go and go get some In-N-Out, because we're going to be waiting a little bit, and eat it for me, because there's no In-N-Outs in New York.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? No. That's what he said to me. And now everyone's like, what? That means he's a mean guy. No, this is what he said. He said, Axel Toss, I'll send you In-N-Out, and we can eat it together. He's such a nice guy. He's such a good guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So he scouted Zenio. He knows what's going on. Yeah, different type of opening.
Not a core yet, so
there's the core.
Sell it before core.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get 2 zealots out.
That's mildly unusual.
And a stalker maybe, but no second gas. So
this might be a 3 zealot mothership core.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Because if he wanted to incorporate a stalker, he'd get a second gas by now, I feel.
Yeah, I've actually experimented with these type of pokes myself, though I'm not really.
This is pretty much what I exclusively do in PvZ.
Yeah.
So I love applying the early aggression with the mothership core.
The great thing about it, if your opponent doesn't scout that you got the 3 zealots and they only have 2 zerglings, typically builders could do 2 zerglings because you can stop 1 zealot, 1 mothership core pretty easily with 2 queens and 2 zerglings and not lose any drones. And so a lot of people just make the first 2 zerglings and they stop. But if you show up with 3 zealots, all of a sudden if they're not ready, you can get a bunch of drone kills. If they scout it and are ready, they can adjust by building a few more zerglings. But oh, look, Zenio sees 2 zealots.
Yeah, I mean, he sees everything with his Overlord too.
Yeah, but as soon as those zealots move out, he'll probably be making some more zerglings. Of course,
a mothership core should be next here for Gretorp, right? I think.
If he's going for that build, yes. He's never built a 3rd gateway unit though.
Yeah, he had a stalker up, but he canceled it so he can get his Nexus faster. And I feel like to save some gas. Okay, he's gonna get a sentry first, and it looks like mothership core will not be made. So he is not really going to put on pressure. But Zenio saw the first 2 zealots. Is Zenio going to overreact? He's getting speed before 3rd base, which is generally the correct decision against a Protoss who opens Gateway Psycore before Nexus. Because you do want to make sure you can deny pylons, you want to make sure you can deny Stalker, Harass, things like that. Which Zergling speed is essential for. Yes. You know, whenever you see your opponent not Forge Fast expanding, you see him on 1 base, speed is kind of the thing you have to just go for. Just to stay safe. And, you know, you could potentially use that to deny your opponent's, potential fast third. Now, what's interesting here is Zenio's own third is going to be a little bit delayed, but he's willing to delay that a little bit considering what he saw from his opponent, because he knows the Nexus is a little bit later than normal from Gretorp. So he knows his opponent is taking an economic hit, and in knowing that, he can know that he can take an economic hit as well, and he'll stay even as long as he keeps up with the tech and doesn't die to anything scary off of 2 bases.
Definitely. We can see a cool thing by Zenio, fairly fast overlord speed. That's going to be utilized to try to figure out what Gretorp is transitioning into.
Oh!
Oh, Gretorp, keep those Zealots safe. Keep them up against the wall. Backs to the wall, boys.
Yep. You got it.
No, they're going for the hatchery.
Oh, this is dangerous. Speed just now finished.
Oh, he's going to get to the Mineral Patch. Nice.
Nice. And the Militia Core will do wonders there. From above.
He is getting
Zealots might get taken out.
It's a good trade.
Yeah. I think he killed about 15 links, 15 or 16. Okay, I was way off.
Close enough.
10 links.
Either way, trading. So here's the thing: 4 Zerglings are worth more than a Zealot. Even though they're both the same price at this stage in the game, they're worth more if you can trade 1 for 4. You're happy because as exactly the Zerglings could have been drones. The Zealot is 100 minerals, but Protoss can only build probes at a fixed rate. I mean, it's semi-variable depending on how much Chrono Boost you use, but the idea is that 100 minerals that wasn't a Zealot could not have been probes. It could have been another gateway, it could have been faster robo or something, but it couldn't have been workers, which is really what you want to power up. So anytime you can get
unless
even
you're supply blocked by making a Zealot and you can't make a probe.
Oh, you're right. Gretorp would never.
No.
He would never.
No, he wouldn't.
Supply block.
Supply block. He doesn't even know what that word is.
No.
He sees the supply block counter in the game screen. He's like, I've seen that. I don't know what that is. Sorry.
He was born knowing how to avoid being supply blocked.
Yes.
When he was a little kid.
All right, Zealots charged into the third base.
Is Zenio ready for this?
The drones
what does Zenio have?
I don't think he has much.
Think he
has
about the
18 links in production.
If Gretorp gets the hatchery, all of a sudden this game's turned around.
All right.
I mean, actually, it was never. By turned around, I don't mean like he was behind. I just mean.
Sure.
Wow.
Not losing a single Zealot there.
Gretorp.
This is a good little time.
And Zenio's going roaches, which off of 2 bases, he won't get enough to really overwhelm Gretorp. And the longer the game goes on, roaches get weaker and weaker. This is looking. I mean, but he has to get roaches, obviously, to deal with the Zealots.
And he can just recall all these little guys out here. I mean, maybe surround that roach first. Oh, not able to get this around.
As soon as he sees a bunch of roaches, he
don't want to lose the Militia Core to the Queens. That'd be so scary.
You gotta be Gretorp, run away. Run away, Gretorp.
You gotta be fast-fingered.
Run, Gretorp.
Gretorp has fast fingers.
And look at Zenio's tech. His lair is being started out right now. The lair literally just started. Because Zenio went 4 hatches before lair. He was doing a really low tech build. And the low tech builds for Zergs are actually, there's nothing wrong with them.
Sure.
Actually, in fact, he went 5 hatches before lair if you count the one that died. They're not bad, but to make a low tech build work, you have to have great economy. And with Gretorp delaying the 3rd base for so long by killing that hatchery is just...
Recall?
Yeah, he's got a recall. Recall. There you go. Yeah, Gretorp. Yeah, delaying the 3rd base for so long when your opponent's on low tech is just amazing because Gretorp is gonna have. He's got sentries that have like full energy. He's got really good tech. He's got a Colossus, on the way. He's got upgrades. He's gonna be ahead.
He's got Twilight Council.
Yeah, so he'll start plus 2. Yeah, as soon as the armor's done.
Yep. Nice time.
I assume he's gonna start at 3rd base now.
Yeah,
although,
3rd and push out maybe.
Maybe stabilize the 3rd first.
Yeah.
There's no rush. As soon as he saw the roaches, there's no rush. Like, what's Zenio gonna do? Well, he's on 2 base. He's spending all his tech on roaches. The longer you wait, the more Colossi you get, the better situation is because Zenio won't have a way to deal with a Colossi plus Mass Gateway army. He really wants Vipers to deal with that, and he won't have those for a while. Corruptors, they're okay, but.
Speaking of which, Spire is now on the field here for Zenio.
Oh, and the gateway wall goes up by Gretorp.
Let's see if he can hold his 3rd this game.
What was the worker count there?
66 to 50. So Zenio doing nice with the work.
He is. Zenio really cranked out a lot of workers. But now, what's he going to build? I feel like...
Mutas? I mean, he just built a bunch of links.
Yeah.
That's always a reflex answer when a Zerg is involved.
You've had a lot of bad experiences with Mulis.
Let's not talk about that, please.
I've watched you play many games against Mulis.
Actually,
try to make a wall.
Mr. Bitter I played Mr. Bitter on ladder. He actually talked about it during WCS Europe cast.
Yeah.
We had a PVZ where he went mutas. And that's all I'm going to say about that game.
Nothing else needs to be said.
That's all I'm
We'll just keep it at that.
I'm sure he's probably watching and enjoying. Of course, Zenio trying to figure out a way to
I feel it
break
is going to be
here.
mutas, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, based on all these links being
like
made...
Corruptors just wouldn't work in this situation. You can't go. Like he's not. You have to be ahead to go Corruptors. You can't be.
Oh, trying to get a big surround here. Zenio getting a sandwich going. One Colossus is going to get isolated from his friends. Going to try to pull him back.
It even stepped on the force fields. They just zerked through.
Oh, the Roach is coming forward. That's a mighty immortal,
though. Needs more force fields on the left side.
Still a lot of sentries available.
Yes.
He could throw down those force fields right now.
Keep
the Colossus.
No, Colossus.
Colossus is very vulnerable. We're going to back him up as fast as possible. Where are the force fields? He has full energy on these sentries. Guardian Shield. The Roaches continue to come forward, but they're eventually going to
enough units.
Back away.
And there's the muted transition.
Yep. Oh, man.
So this is where, as a Protoss, what you got to do is you got to send a Hallucinated Phoenix or an Observer and see what the Zerg's rallying. Because if they stop pressuring you, often it's a tech switch. It's exactly what's happening right here. Zenio's with the mutas. Gretorp will have Blink pretty soon. But if those mutas get in his main, he has no answer. That's going to be tough. But he can counterattack. He can recall. He can counterattack.
He can recall and make a bunch of Stalkers here to try to defend. I mean, I think he needs his Mothership Core back home.
I think he needs to know about the base on the left side, too. I don't think he's ever seen that.
Gosh, he's not recalling just yet. These probes are so vulnerable, trying to run to the natural, trying to add on some cannons.
He doesn't have the money to warp units in. Because his probes are running, he can't afford to make units.
Oh, no. And he's going to that base that honestly isn't doing much.
Yeah,
for
there's no
Zenio.
workers there. And now he knows about the left side base. He's got to know about now.
He's just pulling everything and going for it. So this is full-on base trade mode for Gretorp. Zenio adding 8 spine crawlers somewhere in his main base. Great decision
smart.
there.
Yeah, if you build them as natural, they wouldn't get up in time. The main, they still might not. The key thing here, actually would like to see them at that left side third base.
Does he still not?
Gretorp doesn't know about that.
Oh,
there's no way. If he knew about that, he never would have gone for the top right. He would have gone to the left side. Because his army actually went right by there. If he knew about that, he could potentially win this game. But as it is, Zenio is going to get so many mutalists before Gretorp finds out and cuts off that source of economy. There's the recall. What base did he save? The main?
Back to the main. Lings are going to get taken care of. Oh, he recalled his probes, too.
Oh, genius!
That's brilliant.
Why is Gretorp so smart?
His Colossus almost died to the Lings there, by the way.
Wow.
Hold on, let me click on it.
At least it's not the most important unit right now.
It is. 33 kills.
Wow, that's an executor.
That's an important unit.
Yeah.
16 HP.
Yeah.
So he killed his opponent's main, or third and natural.
Thing is, Gretorp thinks he's fine because he doesn't know,
he doesn't know about the space.
He thinks Zenio has only the main base going, and the main base will dry out.
Oh. Oh, I thought I saw something blue. Never mind. He sees the creep there. Yeah, I think you're right.
The creep could be just a creep spread though at this point. I mean,
yeah.
I don't
All right, so Gretorp is down 140 to 90 supply, adding on 2 cannons in his main base. Right as the mutas are swooping on in here, he doesn't blink. He's not gonna blink forward. There's the blink forward.
Oh,
Zenio gonna turn around. Guardian Shield going down. The Colossus getting low on health, gets taken down, and the muta's gonna back out for now. That Mothership Core is very low on health, 13 HP.
Yeah, it is. I would definitely put that in the back. Put it in the mineral line where you have a lot of reaction time to use that photon overcharge if the mutas sweep in. 1 photon cannon going up.
All right, so
Gretorp build a Dark Shrine.
Ah, I like that idea. Stalker's offensive blinking. Muta's gonna exchange some blows before finally backing away. Again, they can regenerate that health.
I mean, he wouldn't build Dark Shrine because he doesn't know the left side base. He thinks he's like fine.
Yeah. And you might be wondering, how do you have all these units?
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice force field. Trapped a lot of speedlings.
All right, Gretorp, is he going to try to retake a Nexus here?
Yeah. I mean, he's playing exactly how you would think he would play if he thought it was equal bases, right?
He did lose the Colossus, and now the Ling's coming for the Mutas coming in from above. The Guardian Shields being deployed, but too much Zerg here for Zenio. Swarming with the Lings and Mutas, and there's the GG from Gretorp. Fought hard, but fortunately for Gretorp, he will be knocked to the lower bracket. He's still in this tournament, so
he's going to come back. He's going to have a rematch against Zenio.
And then he's going to win.
Yeah,
we'll see. Zenio, congrats to him and any Team Liquid fans out there. Taking the 2-0, he'll be advancing to the next round. Guys, we'll have more StarCraft 2 coming your way from the StarCraft WCS here. The Muslim versus Jake Bake, I was just told in my ear. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with that in just a bit.